next speaker is a constitutional lawyer and the chair of the Center for Inquiry. He has filed amicus briefs arguing for the preservation of the separation of church and state with the California Supreme Court and with the United States Supreme Court. I am so proud to have heroes like this. Please welcome Eddie Tabash.
Thank you, my brother and sister atheists and skeptics. I'm very proud to represent the Center for Inquiry, CFI, as chair of its board of directors. CFI's mission is to implement the ideals of a secular society in which disbelief in the supernatural is honored rather than despised. Our aim is to make the world safe for atheism, religious dissent, and for the application of the empirical scientific method to all areas of human endeavor. Now, we secular humanist atheists do not wish to forcibly impose our views on anyone. We would never invoke the police power of the state to oppress the religious. We only want to make sure that they never invoke the police power of the state to oppress us. We believe in universal freedom of conscience, and we say, along with Thomas Jefferson, "It neither picks my pocket nor breaks my leg for my neighbor to say there are 20 gods or no God." But for our purposes today, the application of reason is seamless. The same methods of empirical science and analytic philosophy that move us to refute the assertion that after we die, we will be punished forever just because we choose the wrong religion or no religion, also equally move us to reject claims of ESP and UFO visitations. Reason, logic, and science are not divisible in their universal application to everything we human beings do and experience. Now, the Center for Inquiry has two upcoming conferences that highlight our commitment to defeating religious fundamentalist oppression and defeating claims of the paranormal. In Arlington, Virginia, from September 23rd through the 25th, we will be holding our fourth Women in Secularism Conference. No one can deny that since the dawn of human history, religious-based repression has been the greatest enemy of the noble quest of women to achieve full equality everywhere in this world. It is overdue that the heavy hand of fundamentalist religious dogma no longer be permitted to hamper the millennia-long struggle for the achievement of universal and unabridged equal rights for women. Thousands of years overdue because of religion. Then in Las Vegas, from September 27th through the 30th, we will be holding SciCon, where outlandish claims of the paranormal will be challenged to prove that they are, in terms of actual evidence as opposed to mere assertions, devoid of any factual support. Now, many of you know that Las Vegas has been the site of many outstanding skeptical conferences. It was, of course, the home of TAM, the amazing meeting featuring the great James Randi. Well, among the wonderful speakers at SciCon this fall will be James Randi himself. We are in the process of merging with the Richard Dawkins Foundation, and the merger, the combination of our two organizations, we hope will strike fear in the hearts of anyone who wants to use religion or pseudoscience to manipulate and damage the scope of human freedom. Center for Inquiry, CFI, has played a critical role in saving the lives of atheist bloggers around the world, particularly in Bangladesh. We have been an integral part of the effort that brought the truth about climate change to the general public. We successfully participated in getting the FDA to warn the public about the hazards of a supposed homeopathic remedy for asthma. We have filed amicus briefs with the United States Supreme Court and other courts, urging the preservation of the separation of church and state and urging unobstructed access to abortion and contraception. As part of achieving secular liberty, we do not shrink from the absolute assertion that the right to terminate a pregnancy belongs with the woman alone. We have also in our briefs urged the courts to enforce absolute equality of rights for members of the LGBT community. We've commenced litigation in the trial courts to ensure that state governments cannot favor believers over non-believers. But of the many admirable actions CFI has undertaken to advance enlightened, secular, and science-based human liberty, I'm very proud of the confrontation that our organization had with the government of Saudi Arabia at the United Nations Human Rights Council in Geneva 2 years ago. CFI's representative, Josephine McIntosh, condemned the Saudi government's denial of freedom of religion, belief, and expression, and its imprisoning and torturing of human rights activists who do more than advocate for the right of political and religious freedom of expression and belief. The Saudi representative on 3 occasions during the CFI presentation interrupted us and attempted to silence our words. All of Canada, France, Ireland, and the United States supported CFI's right to speak. So please let me say, if one of the most backward, oppressive, religious fundamentalist tyrannies still existing in the world today makes such an effort to silence CFI, we know we are doing great work to liberate the entire world from the scourge of theocratic dictatorships. And we ask you to join us and to work with us. Brother and sister atheists and skeptics, it is beyond our present ability in a very uncertain world to predict exactly what the future scope of freedom and greater acceptance of the scientific naturalist view will ultimately be. However, though it's currently beyond our ability to see, it's not beyond our control. What we do right now can have a lasting impact on the state of the world, the state of the nation, and the state of the human mind as the decades of this century begin to unfold. We have it in our power to introduce the larger society to the value of critical thinking and the importance of apportioning all beliefs to what the evidence actually shows. As we look at the world today, we undoubtedly see powerful religious fundamentalist forces seeking to use the most violent and oppressive means to impose those religious beliefs on unwilling people. We see the rampant promotion of fake and unscientific charlatanry designed to deceive us and to deprive us of rational, evidence-based solutions. Sometimes it appears as if hardly a dent has been made in the monolithic wall of power established by superstition. Yet if we all work together, we can achieve a better and more enlightened future by dispelling superstition and championing evidence, science, reason, and human rights. We atheists and skeptics can truly become a beacon of light for all humanity. Thank you.